Plane loads of National Guard forces are arriving this weekend at Joint Base Andrews outside Washington. By Inauguration Day on Wednesday, there will be approximately 25,000 on duty in the nation's capital. That is 5 times as many military personnel in D.C. as there are in Iraq and Afghanistan combined.
Extraordinary. In the week and a half since supporters of President Trump tried to seize the U.S. Capitol and overturn his election loss, the FBI has issued increasingly dire threat assessments, warning of potential armed protests this weekend at state capitals and in D.C., and warning that those protests could overwhelm law enforcement.
And that is a major concern. The FBI has also added to its warning the possibility of explosive devices at protests. We begin this morning in the capital of Maryland. While the governor there says there are no credible threats to his state's capital, he has declared a state of emergency ahead of Joe Biden's inauguration. ABC's Kenneth Moten is in Annapolis to kick off our team coverage this morning. Kenneth, good morning to you.
Good morning. With armed pro-Trump demonstrations planned in all 50 state capitals, but it's hard to say how significant in size they'll be or if they'll even happen at all. Federal law enforcement officials say they are well aware that a heavily fortified D.C. may keep out potential attackers who could turn their attention to state capitals. This morning, all 50 state capitals bracing for a potential new wave of violence.
Law enforcement officials are working together to ensure that we don't see a repeat of those dangerous, illegal, and disgraceful actions.
Like the riot in Washington, the FBI on alert, receiving information about pro-Trump groups calling for the storming of government buildings on Inauguration Day. At least 10 states activating their National Guard. In Michigan, a fence now wrapped around the Capitol in Lansing. The mayor warning people to stay inside Sunday ahead of a planned demonstration. The state legislature suspending this week's session because of credible threats.
We remain hopeful that those who choose to demonstrate at our Capitol do so peacefully, without violence or destruction of property.
Kentucky shutting down its Capitol, while plexiglass is going up in Boston. Barricades are in place in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, and in Madison, Wisconsin, windows are being boarded up.
There's lots of rumors going around, and clearly we are not overreacting and certainly not underreacting.
But cities across the country on edge and taking all potential threats seriously. Overnight, a car fire near an FBI building in Seattle raising alarm, even though authorities later determined there was no link to extremists. The Capitol riots now have federal investigators busy in several states and D.C. Images of the suspected pro-Trump rioters on display outside D.C.'s train station. In Detroit, this large billboard showing an FBI ad seeking tips. So far, at least 300 open investigations into riot suspects as the arrests keep coming. Lisa Eisenhart taken into custody and charged with entering the Capitol. The mother of Eric Munchel, who was charged last week after allegedly carrying zip ties into the building. Dominic Pizzola of Rochester, New York, accused of smashing that Capitol window and allegedly threatening to kill Vice President Mike Pence, House Speaker Nancy Pelosi, and others. Under arrest in Texas, Tim Giannett, the far-right media personality who calls himself Baked Alaska, allegedly spotted on video inside the Capitol chanting, "Patriots are in control." And suspect, Dallas area realtor Jenna Ryan telling station KTVT she wants a presidential pardon.
Me personally, I do not feel a sense of shame or guilt from my heart from what I was doing. I thought I was following my president. I thought I was following what we were called to do.
As states like Maryland here work to prevent violence and attacks, the U.S. Postal Service says it's removing several of those large blue collection boxes in cities in 17 states and D.C. Also in Michigan, Airbnb says it's reviewing reservations in Lansing and may cancel bookings by anyone determined to be part of a hate group or might be coming to the city with violent intentions. Whit?
All right, Kenneth Moten for us. Thank you so much.
Well, hey there, GMA fans. Robin Roberts here. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Lots of great stuff here. So go on, click the subscribe button right over here to get more of awesome videos and content from GMA every day, anytime. We thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the morning on GMA.